Good morning, JAGs. Today on JAG TV, we'll give you some advice on how to get ready for exams.
Also, we will show you some of the best sights of the holiday season and give you an update on winter sports.
This is JAG TV. For many colleges around the country, deadlines for submitting applications are coming soon. Christian and Aaron check in on what seniors need to do next.
So college applications are incredibly important to our students because we all want them to continue their education. So whether that's at a 2-year school or going on to a 4-year school, and so your counselors are here to help with that process because we want to help you be successful in your future goals and plans.
Some seniors have already turned in their applications.
My name's Samantha Castro, and I applied to Texas Southern University in Houston.
I've applied to 9 universities so far, and then 7 of them are in California through the UC, University of California system. And so it was just one application, then you just check off all the schools that you want to apply to. And the deadline for that was November 30th, and I submitted the application like November 28th, so I cut it kind of close.
The counselors are on campus every day if any students need assistance.
So college applications are really a partnership between both of the student and their high school, and then of course the college and universities that they're applying to. So all of those parts have to work together. College applications have 3 real basic parts. The student has to complete their application. They are going to need a school transcript, which of course involves the counseling office and requesting their transcript. And then also there's often school reports or other counselor recommendations or teacher recommendations and things that can go with many of those applications.
While the deadline for early decision applications is passed, most regular decisions will be due in January. For JAG TV, this is Christian Ferris.
Seniors, don't forget to check online to see when your applications are due.
With exams starting this week, we sent out the reports to find out the best way students are getting ready.
We're only 2 days away from exams, so whether or not you're about to start cramming or you feel totally prepared, here are some extra tips.
I would just eat like a really good breakfast of Whataburger.
Get a good night's sleep. Eat a good breakfast. You're probably going to need that in the morning. It's going to energize you. If you take the test while you're like half asleep, you're not going to do well.
I think I would talk with my friends to see like how to prepare for the test, especially like older people like that already probably graduated.
Go to sleep really early and then eat a lot of food for breakfast.
Using base knowledge, just wing it and prepare for the best, I guess.
I eat healthier because it gives you better energy.
Well, if you have been like paying attention and doing your homework a lot of times during the class period.
Without studying, I usually pay attention on the last days before the end of the semester because they'll usually do a Kahoot or something.
Okay, for sure, I would make sure I get enough rest the night before and I get up and eat a good breakfast, but not too much.
You should caffeinate properly, right? Drink lots of coffee if that's what you normally do. Don't if you usually don't though, because then you'll be super jittery.
The answer is not studying is not preparing for your exam. Now there are some things that you could do to prepare in case you haven't studied as much as you should. And one thing I would recommend is waking up a little earlier than you normally do. Make sure you're fully awake, get yourself breakfast, have a coffee, do the things physically that will help you prepare mentally for an exam that you may not be ready for.
Exams start Friday, December 16th for 4th and 6th, Monday, December 19th for 3rd and 5th, Tuesday, December 20th for 1st and 7th, and Wednesday, December 21st for 2nd and 8th. For JAG TV, this is Yash Kapoor.
Hopefully some of those ideas were helpful, and good luck to everyone on their finals.
If you have been to the Embassy Theater recently, you may have noticed a few changes. Hannah and Chelsea went to go check in on the latest renovations.
Over the past 6 months, the Santikos Embassy 14 theaters have been renovating. Officially open to the public last Friday, there have been many changes inside and out.
We've introduced these giant 42-inch recliner seats, so your seat tilts back, your feet go up, and it's a movie viewing experience that's really designed to compete with your living room.
Along with new recliners, speakers, and projectors, Santikos has started a collection of iconic memorabilia.
So we set about setting up relationships with the studios and telling them that with respect to big flagship films, we wanted to own the screen-worn apparel, the screen-worn costumes, the props. We want to own those things when the film is over. And so we've begun a collection. This isn't nearly all of it. Our goal is to keep this fresh, so every time you come here there's something different to look at, and rotate it theater to theater, and then have a permanent collection at our home office.
Santikos Entertainment is the only movie theater chain in the world that funnels their money directly back into the community.
When you walked up, you saw this thing called the Plaza of the Stars. So that was designed to imitate the Hollywood Walk of Stars, but instead of seeing people's names, what you see is charitable interests. And those same charitable interests are outlined in the lobby and stars as you walk in. So what Mr. Santikos envisioned was that his theaters would be operated for the sole benefit of his community. And so unlike other theater companies that may be owned by a stock exchange or a foreign investor, Santikos is owned by the San Antonio Area Foundation. So all the proceeds, all the benefit of our operation gets reinvested right back into our community at the rate of about $20 million a year.
The new renovations have raised ticket prices slightly, but tickets can still be bought online and at the box office. For JAG TV, this is Chelsea McGowan.
And now here's an update on some groups on campus you might not know about.
Beta Club is a National Honor Society. It's been around for a long time. And it's kind of like the National Honor Society, it's just a different version of it.
One of the reasons why I was really interested in starting a club like Beta is because it has a lot of intelligent students doing community service work that is important to them.
Beta Club was first founded in 1934 and allows students to lend a helping hand to their surrounding area.
I decided to join Beta Club because I've been looking for a club that helps with community service for a long time, and after talking with the president and meeting all the girls that join, I just found that Beta Club would be the best fit for me because they help a lot with service projects more specific to your passion.
I chose to join Beta Club mostly because it seemed different than other clubs and because it's the ideas are coming from students themselves.
Service projects through this organization benefit the community in more ways than one, especially this time of year.
I know we're doing a coat drive and a toy drive for the Refugee Center. I know we're helping out at the Student Council Winter Fest. And I know they're doing pen pal letters with elementary students. Each group has their own passion.
Requirements to join this club are different from others.
You have to have an 88 grade point average overall and make the application, pay the dues, and then be part of the club and be an active member.
If this is something you might be interested in, visit Spanish teacher Leanne Henderson for more information. For JAG TV, this is Emily Nazario.
If you don't love going downtown for the holidays, then the Pearl might be the place for you, located a few miles north from the Riverwalk.
With the holiday season approaching, the Pearl goes above and beyond with their Christmas lights.
A lot of people kind of feel that a little bit more during the holidays, and having lights set up makes the, just changes the ambiance.
Each year, more and more people are attracted to the lights that the Pearl puts up.
2,000 a week, so man, that's a lot, and not considering the people that just kind of take a stroll through here and visit.
Many families make it a tradition to see the lights every year.
Holidays are a time for family gatherings, everybody kind of gets happy about that. They look forward to it.
The lights will be up for the rest of the season. For JAG TV, this is Megan Noland.
Another one of San Antonio's favorite traditions is the zoo lights. Jaden and Josh went to check them out.
The San Antonio Zoo is kicking off their holiday season with their annual tradition, Zoo Lights.
Zoo Lights is a new program here at the San Antonio Zoo. Of course, it involves trying to bring in people to visit the zoo in an evening event. All the zoo lights all the trees are lit. We have a lot of different types of ornaments, programs going on. So it's a family-oriented type project.
The Christmas lights aren't the only attractions during the zoo lights.
The main attractions. Well, this is one of the main attractions, the camel rides. Also, we have ice skating and s'mores. We have s'more pits.
There is even a brand new addition to the zoo's main attractions.
This year we added, it's called the Johnson Family Light Show. And so that's been really popular with the guests.
Even when the actual zoo closes, just 2 hours later, the zoo becomes a wonderland of lights.
It opens at 6 o'clock and it closes at 9 o'clock at night. And on weekends, it's till 10. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And you can even take family pictures inside a giant snow globe.
Preparation for this event doesn't take a couple of weeks. It takes about a year to plan.
I would say, well, labor-wise, it takes a good at least 6 months. But all together, we're going to start. We have a meeting planned in January to start for next year. So it's a year-round thing.
For JAG TV, this is Josh Keating, Gabe Martinez,
and Santa.
Some students you may know spend their Wednesday night a little differently. Jackson and Gabby went to go check in on Sam Ash.
Me and Travis have always jammed. We asked Joel to play drums.
For these students, Wednesday nights are dedicated to finding gigs at local venues. Seniors Hunter Jackson, Travis Polar, and Joel Mathis make up the band Godiva.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first act tonight, Godiva.
Not so lonely. Our friend's Shayla's dog is named Godiva, and it's super it's cute, but that really creepy, like an elf kind of cute. Found this place because I saw a flyer and it looked good. I mean, even though no one comes to the shows, they're not very good, it's still a lot of fun. So.
Another venue is Sam Ash Music Store, where Alpine Aster performs Wednesday nights during open mic night. Seniors Mitchell Scogna, James Nemeth, and Laird Cantrell make up the band.
Using the talents and interests of multiple people and combining to make music as opposed to just taking the interests of one person.
You get to combine multiple people with different ideas, and it's like the most unique thing you can possibly do.
With Jackson Nemeth, this has been Gabby Estevez from JAG TV.
As we transition from fall sports to winter sports, Sam, Reed, and Manny update us on what's been happening on the court and on the mat.
The wrestling season is underway. Here's Reed Romine with more on that.
The wrestling teams have a few tournaments under their belt and are looking forward to a strong season.
After the Churchill Charger Invitation, where the Jags took second in both boys and girls, the off-season work is starting to pay off.
Individually, we have a lot of potential. There's a couple of us that are undefeated that are doing really well. As a team, we still have a lot of work to do. We lost our opening duel to Reagan, which is our rival. We almost beat them, so we just need to fix a couple things, and we could be a district champion team.
You can catch the wrestling team in action next at the Russ Peterson Invitational after Christmas break.
And now on to the basketball courts with Sam Kamen.
The girls and boys basketball teams are starting their seasons off on the right note.
After a hot start to the season, the Lady Jags are proving their high ranking in the state after dominating Kerrville, Tivy, and Wagner, who was ranked the best team in the San Antonio area.
You know what? I think it helps a lot. We've had a lot of games this year, more than we normally do. We're, like you said, we're already at 21 games, and we haven't even started district. And so it's a good thing because I've got a nice grasp on what kind of team I got. And I think the girls have really learned to gel together and play together well. But we're looking forward to a little bit of that break, that 6-day break that we get. We're going to need it.
Despite the early season success, there's always room for improvement.
A little more discipline. I mean, I've talked to them a lot about that. That's the rub when you have a fast break team. You kind of play not necessarily a chaotic game, but a fast game. So sometimes we're not really disciplined. We'll take shots when we don't have numbers or when we don't have the boards down there. So discipline is something I'm really stressing on the offensive end as well as the defensive end.
As for the boys, they placed second in the River City tournament in New Braunfels. In the championship game, they got down early, but late, Cooper Walton got red hot as he made 3 after 3 after 3 to cut into the lead. But it was too little too late as they fell 4 points short to fellow district opponent Churchill. This tournament will be used as another learning lesson and stepping stone towards the team's ultimate goal.
We just want to compete for a playoff spot. That's our number one goal. That's our first goal, is compete for a playoff spot, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? But we want to get in the playoffs and be playing well as we get in. That's our goal.
We checked in with basketball and wrestling. Now let's look at other sports on campus.
With a season that stretches from September to February, the Johnson Aquatics team is halfway done with their year.
Swimming is such a great sport because not only is it so great for you, it's easy on your joints, and you can continue swimming as long as you like throughout your life.
So what makes the swim team really different from any other team on campus? Here's what you need to know.
The Johnson swim team has a really great bond, more than most other electives, because we have a great connection with both the girls team and the boys team, and we get to support each other at the same event. So it's really kind of cool in that sense.
Along with their competitive side, the Johnson swim team has a large bond like never seen before. The Johnson swim team also works intense hours to be the best.
Here at Johnson Swimming, it gets pretty intense when it comes to working out, because we have to practice even during the breaks, early in the morning, around maybe 3 times a week, and even in the cold, so you can imagine.
Working early in the morning and right after school, some swimmers train for several hours a week.
Another thing really unique about the sport of swimming is that most of us log over 20 hours of swimming a week, and that can get really just strenuous at times.
The swim team is mixed from boys to girls and freshmen and seniors, but all compete as one.
Here at Johnson, all swimmers swim at the varsity level.
So what's the reward for all this hard work? Sometimes that comes right after high school.
Many swimmers who graduate from Johnson have gone to really, really great universities like Carnegie Mellon, Auburn, and a bunch of other universities here in San Antonio. And it's really cool to just see them go on and to enjoy the sport of swimming at a college level.
From JAG TV, this has been Ariana Douglas.
Well, that's it for this week. For JAG Sports, I'm Emmanuel Tony.
Catherine and Kaylin went to check out a new store in Stone Oak Village.
A new store in Stone Oak Village offers a different type of style for high school students in the area.
I just like the vibes of the store. It's kind of like a California hipster, hippie vibe kind of thing.
Unlike most stores, Beachcomber offers many unique items other than clothing.
We offer sunglasses, we offer Tom sunglasses, Spy sunglasses, and we offer Nixon watches, wallets, shoes, beanies, snapbacks, backpacks.
With a small town mindset, the owner wanted to bring a little California to Texas.
It's actually the only store. Our owner's from San Diego, and he moved here like a year ago, and the store opened about 3 months ago.
For many working high school students, this store can offer many high-quality, affordable items.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most of our stuff's like 40s, 50s, but it's totally worth it because it's like Billabong and Hurley, so they're like worth it, like you're paying for what you get.
From JAG TV, this has been Kaylin Winkler and Catherine Alexander.
Now here's something fun from the crew with the holiday edition of Teacher Home Invasion.
All right, this is Coach Cueva's house. We get into Christmas here, kind of like the Griswolds. I got probably about 6,000 to 7,000 lights here. Outlined the driveway with the red and white, and then this year we kind of changed it up and did candy stripes on all the trees. I got about 12 oak trees in the front yard. Some are a little smaller, some are a little bit bigger. I put up all these myself, so me and my kids do, so it takes a little time. We usually start over Thanksgiving, and we start outlining the yard, and then we do the trees, as you can kind of see. And some of them will have nets, and some of them will take a little bit more, so it just depends. But about every tree has somewhere between probably 4 and about 1,000 lights on each tree, 400 to 1,000. So usually the first thing as you're walking towards our house here, we wrap the garland. I like a lot of garland up here, so you can see all the windows have garland with wreaths on them, with more wreaths and whatnot, and then a couple little trees and some poinsettias and a couple of signs. So pretty traditional, nothing too crazy, but plenty of lights to kind of get into the Christmas spirit. All right, so we always have this on the door. If you believe, you hear the ring, kind of like from the movie, all right? And so we have a little Santa down here that you can take a look at, and then we'll have different stuff on the door, but we put up a couple of different things. We get cards, Christmas cards like most folks from people, and so we'll do some little sets. We set up some more garland inside, and then we do our little snow village in here. And this is where we have our stockings for our kids, my son and my daughter, myself and my wife, and then we have 2 dogs and a cat, so they even get a nice little stocking too. This is where we put up our tree. We just got it the other night, so we have to let it kind of get used to it. But as you come in, we do a railroad set that we'll set up underneath it. Next year I'll have it all set up for you guys. We buy real trees, we don't buy fake trees. And then we do these other stockings, and we put little goodies in for our kids. And they, for 25 days of Christmas, they come down here every morning and they get to pick one out. And they each have something in them. It could be like little mints, or it could be like I think they got a little popper for their phone, so their phone would hold up and whatnot. So just little stuff, but that's a tradition we've got for from some friends that they do every year. They're kind of getting a little old for it, but they still kind of like it, I think. So this is the Cueva Casa. Thank you for coming, and yeah, you're always welcome to come by and check it out. You should come back Halloween and see my tunnel of terror.
That's all we have for you today. From all of us at JAG TV, we wish you a happy holidays.
And a happy new year. I'm Zara Mechi.
And I'm Garrett Scott. See you next time, Jags.
The seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
7 golden rings.
Yeah.
What are we doing? I saw Mama kissing.
Get him to the glass. Get him to the.
Rocking around.
What's up, guys?
7 swans are swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Hey!